We'll go live. We're doing it live. What's up, everybody? I'm going to be inking this Thor piece, and I hate inking. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I went to go look for some Copic markers, and I couldn't find any Copic markers at the Michael store I was in. So I picked up microns, which I like as well. I haven't inked in a while. I blue lined my Thor, which means I just scanned it into the computer. And I clicked the button, turned it blue, and printed it back out so I can ink over it. And that's what I'll be doing. So I've got some microns, some big brushes, some smaller brushes. Brushes, not brushes, pens. These are pens. I usually start with a 0.5 or 0.05. Sorry, 0.05. Usually like a 0.03, but see that. And I usually start with a very tiny size and then work my way up. This is going to be a completely boring stream. Sandra Cole, yes, I'm here for a live and a painting to boot. Not a painting, just an inking. I won't be painting this bad boy unless I decide to use Copics and color it, but that's only, this is a commission piece, so that's only going to be at the request of the commissioner, Commissioner Gordon. I hate inking, so I printed several copies of this blue line. So if I mess up, which I probably will. If I mess up, I will be able to start again and again and again. So I figure the 5th time will be the charm. Okay, I'm done. That's it. That's the stream. So it says, no, I'm painting too. So we're both arting. Hey, we're both arting. Well, I can't promise you this will be any good, but as I often do, copy, paste, paste, paste. Okay. It's David. Hey, Dave, how are you? Control V. And the link's in the chat. So if you want to come in and say hello, you can. Oh my God, I hate inking. Because I stink at it. I really stink at it. It is going to get annoying because I am going to move this around. So, see, this is pretty sweet. I'm biased though. Thor is my dude. Andrew art is pretty good. Trying to modest for you. Modest. Oh, be modest for you. I know my art sucks. It's okay. Sandra Cole, your art is some of my favorite. Raise your standards, Sandra. Raise your standards. It's always good, bro. Thank you, but it's never where I want it to be. Oh, this is going to get fun. All right, I need to clear my desk a little bit. So bear with me, folks. My desk is a bit of a pigsty at the moment. Just one of the new microns? Must be. Use your pen over there. This stuff in there. These sweet Mojo cards. That one's not done yet. Mojo Rising. Oh, you see those? Yeah, you can see those. Yay. Mojo cards. Fun, fun, fun. Sandra Cole says, poops. Yeah, it is poop. My art is poop. Finally, someone gets it. Finally. Someone gets it. All right, I'll move those out of the way. So mix those up. There, and I can move around a little bit more. Oh, God, I'm so old and fat, and I just eat. What am I doing? I should start over in the corner. To me, inking is me tracing my own work. And I know inkers are not tracers. I know they add their own depth and their own flavor to the art. It's just when I ink, I usually ink my own stuff. And I just feel like I'm going over the same thing over and over again. I should have lightened these blues up before having it printed out. I have a local printer guy who's really good to me. It was good to me when I was doing shows. Still good to me now. He always prints out my stuff for me. This board feels a bit smooth though. I'm going to be all over the place. Is there a specific paper you prefer for your blue line copies? I asked him to give me a thicker cardstock for him because unfortunately it's a large print shop and he doesn't own the shop. So he can't run he could run the Bristol board through in the printer, but they don't allow you to bring the paper in for them to use. They would have to use like their own stuff. So I can't bring Bristol board there and say, hey, print it out. And he would be able to because he's got, obviously the machines to do it. But so I asked him for the closest thing that he has to it. So this tends to be a little bit, it's like Bristol board. There's a slight sheen to it that I don't like. So it takes a little getting used to like inking over it. And I haven't done a piece live in so long. I've been working digitally and doing my inks digitally because it's just easier. If I make a mistake, I'm not doomed. I can just delete. But I know people like uh, original art, so there are original pencils now to this that the person will have, as well as this original ink job as well. As far as markers, I prefer working with the Copic multi-liners. And prior to the big bad pandemic, I was going to purchase a set of the refillable, so I didn't burn, because I've got tons of Copic multi-liners. However, the tips tend to be a little, the disposable ones tend to be pretty flimsy. So with the refillables, you can change out, you can buy replaceable nibs and stuff for them. But once the big bad pandemic hit, I was like, well, I don't really need them. But I couldn't find any today, which is odd because Michael's usually has them, at least the disposable ones. So my next best thing is microns. I like the microns. They're very similar to, at least to me. So what I try to do first, and I don't always get away with this because I tend to get distracted easily, is I try to do just like the outline first. Just do the simple pen outline and then go back in and thicken lines. And well, first I'll spot all the dark areas and then I'll thicken lines. And then the last thing I try to do is add some effects, which I'm never good with. Oh, my desk. I had to clean up some stuff on the other side so I can swing this paper around. This is me throwing away garbage. This is me moving stuff. This is me moving my pens. This is me moving my phone. Actually, this is going to be me putting my phone on the charger. This is me rubbing the dog's belly. This is me going back to work. Ugh. Hey, what's up, Aaron? You just realized I'm live? I've been alive for a while. Long day. Yeah, me too. I did a barbecue for 100 people. And now I'm inking Thor. I'm inking Thor upside down. I apologize to everybody. These streams can be quite boring. Made even more boring if you can't see what I'm doing. Thanks. Well, this was a recording. I've done that before. On somebody's live stream. Oh, wait a minute, you're live. What's the point of having the point on the top of his head? Like, is he going to headbutt somebody? No, he's Thor. He's going to use his hammer. But it looks cool. I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come in and annoy me while I'm working. His name is Thor. I am an inking machine. You're not boring. That's why the pickle overlord is watching you too. The pickle overlord? There's a pickle overlord? Where's the pickle overlord? Who's the pickle overlord? I just had a sandwich and it had no pickles on it. I'm a little upset. Maybe I did something to piss off the pickle overlord. Thanks, Mike. By the time I'm done with it, it'll look like crap. I hate inking. I hate inking. And I'm gonna just keep saying that until this is done. Ah, poop. Poop line right there. Poop line. All right, I'm gonna lie right now because I want to test a pen out that I've got. Normally I wait to, as they say in the business, spot black areas. But I'm actually going to do this one area because I want to test out this brush pen. I don't normally use the micron brush pens. I think it's a brush pen. Well, let's see what you are. Well, you're not a brush pen. You're a chisel. And you are not a brush pen either. I think I was sold a bill of goods. They're all chisels. What's the A? I thought one was a brush. Maybe it came in the other set. Let's look. Oh, stinkers. All right. I guess I'll try with. No, I'm not going to try with that. Try to fill it in with. No, not that either. Let's try this one. Oh, I don't like the feel of this at all. Nope. Jim will not be using that until Jim buys himself a brush pen. Jim will be using number 2's not bad. Number 3 is better. Number 5 is probably the next best, but number 8 will really do. Jim will be using a number 8. Maybe. today at work, I made huli huli chicken and Hawaiian hamburgers, Hawaiian hot dogs, and a whole bunch of salads. Well, that was fun. You can do it! I believe in you. Thanks, Mike. I believe in you too. The problem with me is I'm a sketchy artist, and what I mean by that is I like to sketch and loosen, then I just slowly calm down. So for me to just go right into the calm state is a bit of a challenge. Just a wee bit of a challenge. This is one of those sad times where I wish I could reply with gifts in the live comments. That's not necessary. Oh, just made a boo-boo. So it's weird. Sometimes it's easier for me to push lines than to pull lines. It's kind of like it's kind of like a feeling, not like I always have to pull or push. It's just like a feeling. Like I kind of go with what I think I need to do. Not sure I like that line. Okay, whatever. I'm breaking my rule again. So I think I have my computer issue solved, which is good. And I have at least a backup plan. I really like starting my pencils digitally and then light boxing them. It really saves me with with just eraser shavings. I mean, I usually start the concept out in traditional. Take it back. Jim's gifts are always necessary. That's the only reason I stick around on social media. Not true. Not true. You're a fibber. I just really think these streams are so boring for people. I can't say as though I blame anyone for not watching. Like, I don't want to talk about the news. I don't want to talk about the state of comics. I don't want to talk about drama in comics. I just kind of want to draw. And have a good time. My God, ha ha ha. Been a blast, guys. Lunch break is ending. Gotta get back to work. You don't work. Jim, the Thor looks great, man. Looking forward to seeing it finished. Yeah, me too, by somebody else. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here all night. Please enjoy the view. Remember to tip your waitresses. My dog just looks at me and thinks I'm crazy when I'm talking to myself in live streams. She's like, Daddy, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? Mommy's not here. Don't be silly. I didn't even erase anything, and I have eraser shades. Oh, that was just a bad line. Oh, that was another bad line. I have no rhyme or reason. Man, I should have lightened these blues up. No, Aaron, I don't take them to paper. I wish I could, but they're not allowed to use outside paper into their machines. So I just ask for a very thick cardstock. This one, the one they give me is pretty good, but it does have a bit of a sheen to it, which is why it's so bright and seeing the reflection. But it's thick, and it takes the ink pretty well, despite the gloss. I don't get too much like smudging and stuff. So I wish he could run the Bristol board, or would run the Bristol. It's not that he can't because it would hurt the machine. It's just because they don't like to do it, and since he doesn't own the shop, which I thoroughly respect. You know, give him a little. If we can, I'm gonna give him a little bit of a glare here too. I'm just very slow. I have to be mindful of the time. I'm supposed to be on a stream at 10 o'clock at night. Okay. Break out a number 1 here. Number 3.05.1. HBO finally released the rights to one of my videos. So I had something playing in the background. You can believe that. There's one I did of, oh God, so long ago. It was, what was it? It was Mumra. There's a Mumra piece that I had done eons ago, and they struck my video because I was playing something in the background on my television. You could barely hear it. So now I leave the TV off. I don't play music. You all suffer. Thanks, copyright law. So I already know I'm going to make this line thicker in the back, just it's away from the lightning. Oh, I really thought I bought a brush pen. I have a completely useless set of pens. Completely useless. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. $3 to ink an arm. Edmund Ace. Hail peeps. Hail Edmund. How are you? You're welcome to come on in. The door is open. There's a link in the chat. If anybody wants to come on in, you're welcome to come on in. I will attempt to be a gracious host, but I'm not promising you anything. Only because I got work to do. I've got 5 other commissions behind this one that I have to get done. I used to joke, but it's true. At shows, this is what artists say. Everybody else gets to see all the cool cosplays and all the celebrities and all that jazz, but at shows, this is what artists say. Because we're always looking for the right numbered pen. And if you're going to come on, you got about an hour because I have to jump on another stream. So if you're coming on, now's the time to act. Nice meant you're going to draw it off on the side. On your own, that's cool too. Oh, and I don't know if my earpiece will fit or reach over here. It's Thor's arm. Oh boy. long day setting in. Poop. Fix that line. There we go. That's not too bad. I know. I said I wouldn't do any detail. I'm always impressed with guys who can just like sling inks like there's no tomorrow. Like Adele Socorro's and Ken Lashley's and all those dudes who God make it look so easy, and it's like, yeah, okay. There's years of experience there. Man, talent. Major talent. Four piece looks sick. Yeah, it does look sick. Looks like he threw up. Thor. Nice of him. It's getting there. I've been shying away from commissions because I've been really busy on Mojo, but my computer was kind of acting up, so I took on 10. Figured if I do 10 $100 commissions, it'll pay for a computer if I get that many. And I got 6, so it really helps offset the cost. So I appreciate everybody who commissioned that, and I also wanted to just take a break from sequential stuff and do some pretty single character stuff, which I haven't done in a long time. It actually feels good to be doing it. So again, thanks everybody who got on the list. I appreciate you. Oh boy. Swinging the inks. Let's see. Everything matters. Everything matters. Getting into legs. It's leg day. It's leg day. I'm going to leg you up. Wait, this is not right. Are you a girly girl? That's a Thor saying, by the way. How come you are not drawing? You need to draw. I don't know why Thor is Arnold, but apparently Arnold is Thor. I need you to draw. I need you to draw now. Get in the inks. Right, I'm losing it, folks. It was a question as to whether or not I ever truly had it, but I'm losing it. Oh, oh. Well, you guys can't even see that line because of the reflection in the light. Mess with my lighting here. Oh, come on, where is it? Oh, that's even brighter. There. Oh, that's the lowest setting. Take some of the glare off. Thor, it's Thor. Thor saying, get in the chopper. Don't you see it's lightning outside? Everybody, get in the chopper now. Yeah, it's just weird. Why am I being weird? I don't know. Well, because I had very little sleep and I worked all day. I was saying, look at my muscles. They're so unrealistic. Who is this weirdo who's drawing me? I can't resist it. I gotta film this area. I gotta do it. You gotta. I'm gonna see if my vision was correct. This is the number 5. Bring out the big boy.
You could use Sharpie, but
the ink in the Sharpie doesn't always match the ink in the microns. It's Thor. Hey, Marianne, how are you?
long time no chat. Having some computer issues. I think are resolved.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm good. Had a road trip. Oh, where'd you go?
Do tell. There's something on the way. Something. All right, that's all the Jim Carrey I got today. We went with Arnold. Arnold said, "Oh my God, who's the guy? The Jim Carrey."
I'm tired. I need sleep. To my cousins. Okay. That's good. Did you have a good road trip? Yeah. Okay, it's a good. Had a good road trip. Okay.
It was good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Thor.
Thor. I wonder what Thor's answering machine is. Like, we're sorry. Thor can't come to the phone right now.
Please leave a name and number, a brief message. And Thor will surely get back to you. Oh, a good brush pen. Why? Why couldn't I find a good brush pen today? Why?
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
Oh. So you took a road trip to your cousins, said hello, turned around, and went home. Not giving much to work with here, Marianne. Not much to work with. Oh, sorry. Huh? What? Huh? Oh, sorry. I was distracted. Rajman, selfless plug. Selfless plug in 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Mojo. I would. Why? It's like I still could, right? Right. Let's see where. Oh wait, no, I can't. Maybe I can. I don't know. Let's take a look and see, folks. Take a look and see. Let's take a look and see. Let's take a look and see. All right. Share screen. Share that one. And share. And boom. Look at that. Mojo rising. Up to hit the goal. Hit the goal, baby. Fought through. Hit the goal. And then a little extra on top. And we still have 15 days to go. Please back the book so this book can get out there to you people and into your hands. Get the full complete set. See, let's go down to these are the covers. Mojo Mystery Edition. Limited Mystery Edition. Ooh, what's that about? Shaggy? Who's your best buddy, Scoob? Gooey Doo? And who's Scooby's best buddy in the whole wide world? Shaggy? Oh. Let's see. Yeah. Mystery Edition cover. You got me intrigued now, Rash. Did you do covers? I have a headache. Don't mind me. Different tiers. I'll just hide that. Who dat? Who dat? Right there. Who dat? The Who dat edition. The do. That's not a good name. Who came up with that one, Raj? We gotta talk. Perish for you. I want to know what the extended stretch goals were. Did I miss it? I missed it. Hey, what's up? My name's Raj. Hey, what's up? My name's Manuel. Hey, I'm Keith. I'm Spreadsheet. Ooh, I like that piece right there. Who did that one, Manny? Oh, man. Get back. There's that piece. How did I miss that? Ooh, I like it. Who did that piece? Nice, nice, nice. Bayonetta. Cool. Looking good, guys. Looking good. So, meet the goal. Thank you, everybody who backed this campaign. Gosh, it's slang from New Orleans. I found out. Oh, it's slang, New Orleans slang. Hey, Shannon, how are you? Shannon is the person who has commissioned me to do this Thor piece that I'm working on. Careful, Jim, you'll summon spreadsheet. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to do it. Spreadsheet. That's a tongue twister. I slit a sheet of sheet I slit, and on a slit a sheet I set. Try that one. Bum, 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 bum. Working on Ashcan while she's away. All right, I think I'm gonna. Here, Shannon, I'll show you where I'm at so far. As soon as I figure out how to get rid of that. Here we go. Hide Marianne's comment. So where we're at so far. Not very far at all. Woohoo! And I've got another half hour to work on it. But it's getting there. So let us show there. Maybe that's what I'll do in my live streams. I'll just start singing some really weird songs. Or maybe I'll sing some Stephen Lynch songs. That'll really get me in trouble. Letting the children inside to drink beer. Razor blades hidden in 3 musketeers. Listening to the screams of the children wanting to be set free. That's what Halloween means to me. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me someone good to eat. What? Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me someone good to eat. That was a Stephen Lynch song. So when all the cancel culture people come after me and say, he was singing about eating little children on Halloween. Blame Stephen Lynch. My all-time favorite comedian. One of. If you don't know who Stephen Lynch is, look him up on the tubes. Unless, of course, they canceled him because he is very controversial. No, not controversial. He's very politically incorrect. I'm going to attempt this here. He's fire. He's not on fire. Put him out. He was on fire. What are you talking about? This might give me a richer, deeper black color. Or it might completely ruin it altogether. Only got to do this in the really big shadowed areas. So Shannon did barbecue today. Woo! Hooly hooly chicken. 100 people. Loads of fun. It's had by all. There we go. No, you still see it. Sometimes you just gotta go in the opposite direction. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. Everybody's feeling 3 musketeers. I'm gonna overwork it. I think I am. That'll put them up. Check backstage. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry, Edwin. Oh no. Just dropped stuff on the floor. Edwin. 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 I'll be within a second, buddy. What? I just got to hit save on this picture. Oh wait, it's live. Boom. What's up? Sorry, I kept you waiting.
Yeah, no problem, man. I was enjoying the music stylings of Jim O'Reilly.
Yes.
You should put out like an oldies greatest hits.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
You think so? Yeah.
Look, no, CG has to expand to all avenues.
Yeah, that way more people can hate me. That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
Spread the hate. That's what I say.
Spread the hate. Spread the hate. Hat. It's a hat group.
Hate hat.
Not a hate hat.
Whatever.
Hate, whatever. I agree. Now I lost my pen. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
So for the 1 or 2 people who don't know who you are, why don't you tell everybody who you are?
My name's Edwin Acevedo. I am the writer and creator of the Ace Volume 1, which is now in demand on Indiegogo.
And you're gonna drop a link in that chat for everybody or no?
Yeah, if you can make me a mod.
Oh, yeah, right. I can't do that. You're talking about the physically challenged. I'm not doing this from YouTube though. I'm doing it
you'd have
from
to make me a mod.
Yeah, I'm on StreamYard, and for the life of me, I can't find my phone. All right, I'm about to cry. Oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah. So how's the book doing?
Oh, book's doing good. We just crossed 6,000, so excited.
Cool. What's it about? Tell everybody what it's about.
The Ace is the story of a young man, David Diaz, who just got out of college. He's 21 years old. He's trying to figure out what his purpose in life is. He's kind of working this regular job in this small town, and he feels there's more out there for him, but doesn't really know exactly where to go. And then one day, by happenstance, he sees a shooting star crash land in a park nearby, and he goes to discover the wreckage, and he finds something there that gives him the ability to transform into this armored being that he calls the Ace. And Volume One is about Akula, who's this alien bounty hunter shark creature who ends up tracking him down on Earth, looking to take the object for himself and the armor. So yeah, they throw down in Volume One, and it's a
Cool.
little introduction to this new status quo universe for David.
Now you
Fun
wrote
kind
it?
of throwback story. Yep, I wrote it almost like it's been over 2 years now since I wrote the script.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a long time working on this.
And what are some of your inspirations? What are your what inspired you to do it? Why that
I mean,
story?
I'm a huge like Dark Hawk fan. I grew up in the early '90s reading comics. Spider-Man, X-Men,
Hmm.
and Dark Hawk was one of those books that I just discovered and fell in love with. Like, that felt like my hero because I was able to find him from issue one and follow it through to the end. So yeah, he really,
Cool.
I always liked the story, the idea of like being around. This is my way of. It's a bit of a tribute to Dark Hawk, but also kind of putting my own spin and my own kind of ideas on it.
Cool. Yeah, I love drawing the two characters, especially the shark guy. That was fun. Shark dude was
Oh
cool.
yeah, he was great.
That was a lot of fun. But the piece still came out horrible. I don't know why you used it. You should have burned it. I'm a little disappointed that you used the piece.
No, but people love that. People love that piece. Just had the prints ordered, so I should be getting them probably in the next couple of
Oh,
weeks.
awesome.
Yeah, starting to order
Awesome.
all this
Awesome.
like just got in some trading cards. I got in the Hardline Jam poster, ordered some Gemini mailers, some bags and boards. So I'm just starting to pile up everything little
Oh,
by little.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
getting to that
process,
time,
man.
right?
I don't know where I'm gonna have all those books when I order them, but uh,
Yeah, you'll do fine. You'll do fine.
yeah, just
Yeah.
I'll turn into like a fulfillment, my apartment into a fulfillment room. Just uh, folding
Move
Gemini
over,
mailers
honey.
and taping. It's gonna be fun though.
Move. Get out of the boat, honey. I got to put some Gemini mailers here.
Once I'm able to finally get through it, then hopefully that'll build some credibility so I can launch volume 2 next year.
Cool.
Gonna start having Canales work on it. The first pages at the end of this month, so process
And
begins again.
Canales is your artist, right?
Yep, he did the.
How'd you meet up with him? How'd you hook up with him?
I've known Canales online for a long time. He actually did
Oh,
this avatar that I have here. He actually did a commission for like very early on before the Ace was even an idea of actually going to be a comic book. I used
right.
to just have it as my avatar. And yeah, he did a great job. I liked his take on it. He kind of tweaked it a bit and kind of trimmed them down from the original design. I really like how it came out. So, I
Cool.
had another artist lined up. He fell off. He had family obligations. And then I reached
Right.
out to Canales to see if he had some spare time in between his other 15 books that he's doing. And he said, yeah, man. He asked what it was about. I gave him the pitch. He said, you had me at a giant bounty hunter shark alien. And I was like, there you go, brother. Let's make this
That's cool.
happen.
That's cool. That's cool. How about other influences? How about writing influences? Any of those?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Jeff Johns fan. I
Jeff
love
Johns.
this Green Lantern. Yeah, like
Okay.
completely just the way he was able to kind of refresh Green Lantern and just create this whole universe from that mythology was amazing. He took all these old things and kind of refreshed them and brought a lot of different twists and turns on it. So that kind of blew me away. The comic that actually brought me back to comics after I took like a 4 or 5 year break
Right.
from like
Right.
2000 to like 2004, 2005. Once Green Lantern Rebirth came out, it completely just changed everything. Man, I was hooked.
Yeah.
I read it up until he left the book, like 2010, 2011, wherever it was.
Right. Right. Cool. 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 How about artists? What kind of art do you like to look at?
Oh man, Tom McFarlane, Will Portatio, all
Mm,
like the Image guys. I was huge fans of them. Like I said, I
right,
grew up on Spider-Man and X-Men, so
right,
you
right,
had like the Tom McFarlane Spider-Man, you had the Will Portatio and Jim Lee X-Men. Like that was
right.
it.
Cool. Any earlier influences? Anything
No,
earlier?
that's kind of when I discovered. I mean, I did get a new appreciation for like Jack Kirby, Gil Kane,
Right.
George Perez. Like I love George Perez. Like his stuff is incredible. So definitely have a lot of old school influences that I've discovered after I was reading them for a while. Like I said, I never really picked up a comic until about like 92, about 91, 92, somewhere around there.
Right.
Like
And it,
so that was.
and are you doing the comics full time, part time?
This is part time. I got a
Part time.
regular 9 to 5, and then on
Yeah.
my time off, I'm working on scripts and trying to earn that money so I can pay these artists. You know
Yeah. No, us artists were so darn expensive. What the hell's wrong
how
with
they
us?
are actually.
I
So
know they're.
yeah, it
Fire
ain't
them
easy,
all,
brother.
I say. Fire them all
If
and
I
hire
could,
me.
if I had the talent, I would, I would do it myself. But sadly, I
I
realized
see.
around high school that I wasn't an artist. I can barely draw stick figures. So.
Neither can I. So what's that excuse? I'm not saying you should get rid of your artists. Don't get me wrong. You definitely support artists.
Oh
I think
yeah,
it's hard
definitely.
to get find that perfect mix of like writer artist combination. Where things are just they click.
But yeah, definitely they click with me and Canales, man. Like he's
That's
been
good.
completely easy and a pleasure to work with. He's taken all of my ideas and made them better. So as long as
Cool.
he wants to do the ace, he's my guy.
Yeah. Cool. And you have a YouTube channel, right? You have your own YouTube
Have,
channel. Your
yeah, I have my channel's called Drawing Aces. I do
right.
streams every Friday and Sunday. Friday nights I do a show I call the Pimp Your Project stream, where I talk to up and coming creators about their campaigns or upcoming mailing lists or whatever. And
Cool.
then Sundays, I hang out with a bunch of my buddies from the Hard Line, and we do a movie watch along stream where we hang
Yeah.
out and watch a movie, do some commentary, and have a good time.
You do like funny commentary or like serious commentary,
It
or
depends
a
on how the
mixture of
movie
both.
is. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're doing like Spaceballs, the
Right. Right.
commentary is just us laughing at the jokes in Spaceballs. I mean, you know, but every
Yeah.
once in a while, we were doing Mask of the Phantasm like 2 weeks ago, and
Right.
we got into this whole bit about Batman being a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
Because like halfway through like the movie, he goes to the woman's house who's the Phantasm, and he
Right.
sees like this old picture. So he ends up taking the picture with the picture frame and sneaking his cape. And we were like, did Batman just completely steal that person's picture frame? And we were like rolling, like, what? Like Batman's like a klepto now. Every time he shows up, he sees like a nice like chair, like, oh, that's a nice, rocking chair there. I think I'm gonna claim that as evidence and bring it to the Batcave. So we were like, his Batcave is completely of stolen stuff. He's claimed as evidence. So we were like rolling for like half the movie is just us joking about how Batman's like a klepto, and just like it was pretty
uh,
hilarious. So it just depends on how the movie is.
right. Hey, hey, Batman's a klepto. Hey, that Maserati. I'm sorry, I got to take that off your hands. That's
Yeah,
evidence.
that's evidence,
That's
man.
absolute. Hey, hand over the keys, or I pound your face in.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to revisit Mask of the Phantasm and you see that scene, you'll get a good laugh out
You
of it.
get it. That's funny. Batman the klepto. Way to
Yeah.
go, Batman.
Who
Freaking
knows? Like,
billionaire. He can buy what he wants. Come
yeah,
on.
it's crazy.
Stop stealing from people. Whoa. Lost my earpiece. Sorry. I got a weird setup. All right. I'm feeling it, man. Today I'm tired. tired, exhausted.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 9 to 5 job kills you. I wish I could do comics full time.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yet, not yet. Maybe soon. We're working on it. All right, what other influences? Musical influences. What do you like in music?
Oh man, I don't like in music. I have the weirdest taste range. I listen from
Yeah,
anything to like hardcore, hip hop,
right,
to like
right.
rock and roll, to like a little bit of country, to just
Really?
anything,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, just anything. Just
that's
like
eclectic.
yeah, I like
That's cool.
different kind of things. Like I'll be listening to Queen one day, Nas the next, throw on some Johnny Cash. Like whatever kick I'm on, I'll just start going down
That's
the rabbit hole on
yeah.
YouTube, and that's
That's
where I
funny.
end up, man.
I'm laughing because I'm the same way. Like I'm very
Yeah.
eclectic. Like I'll listen to anything. And I was on for some reason I was on the Elton John classics kick, man. Like never listened to Elton John. Just all of a sudden I was on that Elton John kick. As I listened to some songs, I'm like, oh man, he's actually pretty good. My wife's like, what the hell is wrong with you? You
Yeah,
go from
that's like
Pearl Jam to Elton John.
yeah, like I have my like standbys and stuff, artists that I've always followed, but like as far as
Right.
music, I really will listen to anything as long as it's quality. It doesn't really. I've never been one
Yeah.
of those people who like looks down on a genre or something. If it's
Yeah.
good, I'll rock to it. It's
Right. Right.
never been a
Yeah, I
thing
hear
with
you.
me.
I'm the same way. If it sounds good in my ears, I'll listen to it. Yeah. So, oh man, it's coming out crappy. I'm gonna burn it. Should I tear it up right now? Start
No,
over?
you got somebody's watching right now who got this great commission, and you're gonna knock it out of the
Yeah.
park, brother.
Oh man, jeez. Stubby legs. I hate all my work. I
Yeah,
really do.
most artists do.
Oh wait, let me just check in on the chat here. Marion says, "Okay, I'm back because I need sound." Laugh out loud. You don't need the sound coming out of my pie hole. Let me tell you. Smiles and heavy metal. So Marion
Oh
lets
yeah.
heavy metal. Wow. All right. So what do you think of the state of comics?
I mean, it's terrible. I mean, like
Mainstream
I've been a
comics.
comic book fan since, like I said, 91, 92.
Right.
I, I only took like a 4-year break, and I've collected through. It's never been worse than it is now. It's completely unrecognizable from the stuff that I loved. The reason why I had to like put up and shut up and kind of create my own is
Yeah.
not really seeing the comics that I want to read. There's nothing. I look at, like I always keep up with stuff like to see if it catches my interest. I remember a couple of years ago, this local like LCS was closing down.
Right.
It was been around for like decades. They were closing down, so I was just there kind of checking it out. They had like a special clearance sale and stuff. So picked up a
Right.
bunch of back issues, and then I went to the main store to check out, what's going on, like current books. And there, I would just look at maybe like 2 or 3 had like cool covers. I'm like, oh, this is a cool cover. Then I look
Mhm.
at the book and the art's terrible. There's nothing interesting. It's just characters talking and sitting down and eating. And I'm like, these aren't comics, man. Like when I was young, like I would show up at the comic shop, man. I would look at Spider-Man and see what Tom
Right.
McFarlane was doing. I look
Right.
at X-Men. What's Jim Lee doing?
Right.
Darkhawk, like just countless books, the Image books, eventually I discovered DC books, Flash, Green Lantern, Justice League. Such
Right.
dynamic covers, interesting action, stuff that would happen in these books, man. And I'd be like, I'd have to save up money and like go grab a handful of them. And every week, man, it became like what YouTube is to me, man. Like, when I need
Right.
to unwind, I'll just put on YouTube and I'll start watching stuff and I'll just chill out. That's what
Right.
comics used to be, man. I used to just grab like a handful of comics, man. I don't want to hear from nobody. I just chill in my room, get
Right.
the fan on or something. I just lay back and just, what's going on? Darkhawk's fighting who? He's fighting Venom. Oh, cool. And then I'd read the
Yeah.
book and then I look at the art and it was just it felt like, man, this is awesome. Like I remember just having that feeling of like, this is really cool. Like, can't wait till the next one. And that hasn't happened in years, man. Like,
Do you think that it's like all comic books, or is it just like, are we just seeing like the select few, and there are some few good ones out, or there's a lot of good ones out there, or the reverse, like they're mostly really not that great in story and art, and
yeah, I
then
think
there are
they're
some
mostly
gems in there.
yeah, there's always some gems. Like I remember DC a couple years ago did the New Age of Heroes books.
Hmm.
I really liked a lot of them. But then here's the problem. I'm getting like I think I was getting like five like regularly for about like 6 months.
Right,
You know, like I wasn't getting anything else. I was just getting those 5 books for about 6 months straight,
right,
enjoying all of them, you know, varying degrees, but enjoying them and looking forward to what's going on. Then what happens? One of the writers from for one of the books starts chastising uh the customers.
yeah,
Like, come on, dude. Like, you got this book. It's good. You know, like you're getting, you know, you need all the sales you can get on it because it's struggling, and then you're
right,
just gonna alienate the people who are buying the book and supporting it. Like these people don't want success.
right.
That's a whole nother thing. Like you should be, if you're one of these French books, man, you should be kissing ass. You should be retweeting everybody who likes your book. Be like, hey, thank you, man. Thank you for going out and buying our $4 book. You know,
Right,
like
right, right, right.
they really is worth like about like $2. But you know,
Yeah,
we support it, so we're paying for it because you know the people like they support with their money, and it just kind of like soured me. So I dropped that book. Then the other four left, and then again, like I had an artist jumped on like as a replacement on one of the books, and he started popping off, and I'm just like, oh, what am I doing, man? I'm spending all this money on these books, and yeah, they're good, but these people are like insulting me. Like I don't need
right,
this, man. Like I'm giving you my hard-earned money.
right,
Like
right.
you wanna talk to me like I'm doing you a favor? Nah.
Yeah,
So you know,
I'm not a,
I had to put them to the side, man. I'm just like
yeah,
that's not for me, man. Right? So I had to
yeah, I'm
wipe
not
my hands with it.
sure. I'm not a fan of like artists going after fans and stuff like that. Like that's like, you know, the guy who makes your pizza coming out and slapping you in the face while you're eating a slice of pizza. You know, it's like it doesn't make sense. There's no sense to that. I mean, you're a public figure to an extent because you're putting yourself out there. You're going to shows. You're going out into the public at shows, and you know people know you are, especially if you're a well-known artist. So I could never understand the rationale of, you know, if you don't like it, don't buy it. No, you want everybody to buy your book. Like I want my worst my I want my grandma's worst enemy to buy my book. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine saying to anybody, "Hey, don't you know, don't or disrespect just general disrespect of another human." Like I mean, it's rampant everywhere. It's not just comic industry. I think it's everywhere. It's like I think social media is a little bit to blame because social media doesn't really make people more social. It actually, you know, being social means that you have to look eye to eye to a person and there are consequences for what you say and do. Well, you know, or at least there's a fear of consequences of what you say and do on a subconscious level. But socially, anybody can jump on a keyboard and say what they want and just like walk away. And I think that's more animalistic in nature. It's not really social in nature, you know? So that's
Yeah.
part of the issue. I think people don't know how to like use social media the way it's meant to be used. I mean, if you have a top selling book and you're a great artist, man, you should be embracing your fans, loving your fans. You know, and I've gone to shows, and there could be people who are content to be, you know, a little pushy or annoying, or but you just, you know, you work through that. You still don't like go after those people. You know, just say, hey, thanks, you know, whatever. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that stuff should happen. You know, I don't think there's any place for that. But the quality of the books, obviously, you're saying has gone down, right? Like you think the quality of the art has dropped.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Storyline,
I'm looking at the books lack action. They lack
Mhm.
dynamism. The way they've reinvented their costume is terrible. Like
Yeah.
half of the characters are unrecognizable. Bishop used to be this jacked guy with a mullet, muscles coming out of nowhere. It's like ridiculous, amazing. Like the first book I ever picked up is the second. The first one was a Spider-Man book. It's like
Mhm.
a Spider-Man and his like foes. It had like Beetle, Hydro, a bunch of like rando guys.
Mhm.
Uh, so I picked that up, and then a couple weeks later, I picked up. I think it was Uncanny X-Men 283. Is the one with Storm and Bishop on the cover facing off.
Okay.
I remember just picking up, and I knew nothing about these characters. But I remember just looking at the cover, like, and the little kid in me was like, I have to get this book. Like that cover just screamed at me. I was like, I want to see
Right.
these. What are these two? These two gonna fight? I just remember snagging it, and I barely thumbed through it. I just remember just being so excited by that cover and just snagging it, then running home, then just sitting down and going through it. And this is like part 3 or 4 of a storyline, so I had no idea what was going on, but it was so dynamic, and the art, Will Sportation's art was so amazing, and the costumes, Storm,
Right.
Archangel, his wings, like stuff was just so dynamic that it just grabbed
Okay.
me, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to know. Like I've read that book so many times, just trying to
Right.
figure out which character was which, what the story was going on. And then when I found like the next issue, like I ran, snagged that quick. And I just remember just being like mesmerized by it because everything about these characters screamed out to you. Like
Right.
the way they look, the way they act, the cover, everything made for like that perfect recipe where you had to get it.
Right.
That stuff's missing
Do you
now.
think there's a do you think there's an audience for what's out there now? Like let's think about it, like X-Men, right? Like I like the X-Men because it it was sort of like relatable. They seemed like down to earth kind of superheroes. They didn't always go out like to restaurants, but like everybody remembers the bar scene of Wolverine and Colossus and Nightcrawler fighting Juggernaut, and like it was like kind of like I don't know. As a young kid, it was kind of like, oh, it's these characters seem like human. You know what I mean? They don't just seem like far out there and weird. And it kind of was like relatable to my generation. Maybe is what I'm saying. Do you think there's a generation that these new books are relatable to that maybe we're just not aware of? You know what I mean?
There is, but they're like a fringe element.
Right. They're
They're
not
they're not
selling.
the
They're not in high numbers. Like
Yeah, it's not the
to pick
mainstream
up.
comic book
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
They're people who like the MCU. That's how they
Right.
come through comics.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
they like the movie star kind of hero.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's a small audience for that, but the most of the main they like their icons. We like,
Right. Yeah.
Wolverine, like looking
Right.
like Wolverine, acting like Wolverine. We
Right.
like Superman being Superman.
Right.
It's like comfort food, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
So
I do agree. There's like this really, I think this really weird obsession with food. Like I don't know what the hell it is. Like I was watching the Venom trailer, and like it starts out with him making breakfast. It's like it's centered around food. I'm like, what's Marvel hungry? Like, what the hell's going on? Is someone like starving or something? I mean, come on. But yeah, I agree with that. There's always seems to be like this whole food restaurant thing. Okay, all right, doesn't make for interesting characters, I don't know. Like I can't say because I really haven't gone in to really look. I don't like to be biased. You know what I mean in terms of like, okay, you got guys like your boy Zach who review books and stuff like that. And I like his reviews, but like I'm only seeing that, most of the time. So it it'd be interesting to have like if there could be a review of like somebody who thought that like whatever. I'm just throwing this out there, like a Captain Marvel, like, oh, this Captain Marvel book's actually great, and here's why I like it. Just to see like a counterbalance, to see like, okay, what do they see in this that they actually enjoy? Is there something there that I'm missing? And you just don't see that. It's just like, here it is, plop. like, don't like it, don't buy my book if you don't like it. Like, okay, whatever.
that's weird.
You know,
Look,
yeah.
Look, when the ace comes out, when people get
Yeah,
in their
yeah.
hand, not everybody's gonna like it.
Right.
There's gonna be
Yeah,
like criticism, and you
sure.
know what? Welcome. I decided to be a comic book writer, so I'm putting my book out to the world. Guess what? People are gonna
Yep.
tell you some aren't
Oh,
gonna be so nice, and it's probably gonna hurt my feelings, even though
yep.
I'm usually a pretty thick-skinned person. But I'm sure somebody will say something to hurt my feelings, and be like, wow,
Yeah.
and they
I can
got
take
trash like
criticism.
that. But
Yeah,
it's a
I
learning experience, and if
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
handle it, the thing you don't do is you don't tweet back. I learned that a long time ago. If you if you unless you're ready to throw,
Yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah,
don't tweet.
yeah. It,
And
I
if
joke.
it's gonna cost me money, are you kidding me? Say
Yeah,
what you want, brother. They're like, hey man, I'll try and do better the next one, but you're not
yep,
costing me money. And
yep,
I've seen
yep.
so many people just throw away money. Just like, I've had artists who just like you're trying to give them advice and just be like, hey man, you might want to just take a look at something differently. I'm not even like trying to come at them hard. Just give them a little
Right,
like advice, like like you might want to look at this from another angle, man, because you could be making quite a bit of money if you kind of went this way, and
right.
the artist catches feelings and blocks you, and he's like, oh, I didn't ask people for advice. Then why are you tweeting asking for it?
Yeah.
Twitter's an open forum. People see your tweets, they will respond to said tweets. If you
Yep.
can't handle that, get off of Twitter. It's
Nah,
very simple.
stay. I say stay on. It makes for good entertainment.
Oh, definitely. But
No, you know
like,
what's funny though? Like I say, Twitter's where you go when you hate someone, right? Facebook is where you go to see your friends and family, and Instagram is nothing but porn. So it's like, that's where all the cosplayers like want to dress scantily or whatever. Which fine, I don't have a problem with that. Whatever. But yeah, social media is weird. It really is. I don't think it makes us more social though. I really
it
don't.
doesn't. But you have to learn
Um,
how to navigate it,
sure,
and
sure. It's a
especially if you're
tool. It's
especially.
definitely it's the ABC, NBC, and CBS of our time. You know what I mean? It's like your television, like Gary Vee says, your television's basically become your radio, and your phone is now your TV, and you know CBS, NBC, ABC are now the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you got to have a lively show on there if you want to entertain people, and you got to know how to entertain people. You got to know how to use those avenues, and I think they're great tools. But I hate the misnomer of social media. It's nothing really truly social about it anymore. You know,
No, there's not.
it's like people have become so animalistic in nature that and people become very sensitive. You're right. People are very, very sensitive. Like you say the slightest thing, and it's like bing, 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 like all the alarms go off. I definitely agree with you there. But like, what do you think about the indie scene, the indie comic scene? Like outside of, let's say, comic skates out there, and I won't, I won't go into the, oh, it's a hate group, blah blah blah. People are assholes no matter what group you belong to. You got to separate the individual from the group. But what do you think of the indie scene? Do you think there's hope and promise in it? Do you see it becoming bigger than what it is? Like I don't think I've ever seen it as big as it is now. Have you? Do you remember a time when the indie scene was really like popping? Like it seems to me like
No,
a lot of indie books out there, and a lot of people trying to create books and get them out.
no, man, it's completely different. Like, that kind of glass ceiling that's developed over the last kind of 15, 20 years is kind of basically disappeared now.
Yeah.
Everybody can come to the table with a project, with an idea, and there's,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing. Like people, the kind of money people are paying for these books, it
Yeah.
makes you wonder if the mainstream, how much money is the mainstream missing out by not feeding the comic
Yeah.
fan?
Yeah.
Because
I
they
agree.
seem to have plenty of money to spend, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
spending it on you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like to me, I'm loving what I'm seeing. So
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a learning curve, and there's been some failures and some people who haven't kept up their end of the promises, and that's definitely hurt. But
That's life. That's like any business, though. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, especially a business that has like multiple facets to it, and there's always going to be stupid people doing stupid things. You know, I don't back books. Like I mean, I back books, but I don't back books in the hopes that I'm actually going to receive a book. I just back the book because I like it and I want to support the creator. If I get the book in my hand and it's good, that's like bonus points for me. You know what I mean? And most of the time, I'm getting the books. Are they late? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they're on time. You know what I mean? Um, and I think like people are comparing it to like, well, Marvel and DC should have, you know, if you say you're going to do this, you should have that. They have massive, well, they did massive distribution abilities. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing for independent people, especially crowdfunding, especially like you, for example, you're going to be doing the fulfillment yourself, correct?
yep,
That's a big undertaking. And if you had, you know, I'm sure the Ace did very well, but like, let's say it did triple what it did, you have like a real challenge, you know what I mean? A big challenge on your hand, right? I mean, that's no easy thing to do,
yeah,
especially
I definitely
somebody,
have to hire. I
right? You'd
definitely have
have
to
to
hire somebody.
like hire people, right? So like I understand with, you know, especially with the whole big pandemic thing, you know, stopping shipments and stuff like that. But you see people like complaining, oh, I paid for this book and I backed this book and they said they were going to have it. Yeah, they're working towards that. That's the goal. The goal is to shorten that time, you know what I mean? And to get books out consistently on time. But like in all businesses, shit happens. You know what I mean? And they're indie people. These are guys that aren't part of the big two. You know what I mean? They're working and striving to try to put a book in your hand because they want you to read their book. It's like you gamble a little bit when you do it, when you fund or back somebody's book. But so what? You know that going in. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you know that going in, and I think it's gotten better. I think you're seeing less and less people not actually fulfilling, and you're seeing more people actually fulfill, which I think is great. You know what I mean? And I think the indie scene now is getting really, really strong. You know, I think I think things are, and I think it's great to see because I enjoy the medium. And you know, I have four boys, and you know, their lives are a computer basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they don't see the same value in comics that like I see, which is fine. You know, every kid is obviously going to grow their own way and whatever. Um, so it's good to see that there are people out there that want to see the medium itself, even just the print medium, you know, still survive and not move into a total digital age. That in and of itself is worthy of backing books sometimes, you know. But I don't know. You back a lot of books, or you just like specific books, or you look for certain things, or like I'm eclectic. I'll back anything from Sean Gordon Murphy to you know to Jason Brubaker to you know to anything basically.
Yeah, I started off backing a lot of books. I've kind of slowed that down.
Mm-hmm.
Just you know, just I'm looking for more kind of specific things from creators.
Right, right,
There's certain benchmarks that I
right, right.
expect from them.
Sure,
So if
sure.
they don't really fit that mold, then not making a big deal about it, but I'm just gonna have to pass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I've also
That's
kind of slowed down because of like the campaign and everything, you
yeah,
know,
sure.
trying to
Mm-hmm.
focus the funds on that. But yeah, like little
Yeah.
by little, I know there's gonna be stuff coming out. I know Mark Pilton has a
Mm-hmm.
Viking Wolf coming out
Ooh,
in a couple of weeks, and I'll definitely be back in that.
right. But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting time in comics. I try to stay out of like all the garbage and drama and stuff. I like to joke around too, though. I do like to go into people's live streams and joke and stuff like that. And just get people to laugh because we need more of that. I think you know we need more humor in life. It's like people take things way too serious sometimes. But yeah, Dude, I'm going to cut you out now. Is that all right?
Yeah, man.
I got to go. I was supposed to actually be on, not on a stream, but talking about Mojo script at 10. So I'm like
Yeah, man.
14 minutes late.
Do your thing, brother.
Whoops. Hopefully I don't get shot. All right, man. Ace, thanks for coming out. Edwin, appreciate it. Guys, go check out the Ace. It's on Indiegogo, in demand. Great book. There's a horrible, horrible print that I did for it. Don't get it. Get some other stuff in there. But definitely back the Ace. Great book out there. Whoever comes in and watch, all 2 people that come in and watch this stream. All right. Dude, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Take it easy.
Give me somebody to chat with. You're welcome anytime, man. All right?
That sounds good, brother.
All right. Have a good one. All right. Bye. All right, folks. That'll be it for me. I have to go into a private stream. I am still going to be working on this Thor, but it will be backstage. Thanks for everybody who stepped out. Again, go back to Ace in demand. I did do a print for it. And if you want to get it, I guess you can. It's horrible, but, you know. But there are some other great things in that book, so go back it for that. And also back Mojo Rising, book 2, Book of Souls. It's still got 14 days to go, and there are a lot of perks and stuff in that as well. And that is my shilling and marketing for tonight. That's all you get. All right, thanks everybody for stepping out. Marianne, Brandon, who stepped out, Shannon, who this commission's for, coming out. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Aaron, yeah, okay, I guess I'll thank Aaron. Fine, whatever. Michael Oden, thanks for coming out. And everybody else, Pops, thanks for coming out. Sandra, you all have a good night. And, and of course, the great, the one, the only, David. Hello. My man, Dave. Dave, you have to, if you're still watching this or you watch this again, please contact me. Please say hello. All right, everybody, have a good night. Thanks.